sitting there with this frail little baby that just wants to live, that aura, that zest for life, you can feel it, that little one, and all of them there is totally dependent on you. And it's in extreme heat, in a heat wave, in extreme drought, that even the parents has died. So it really touched my heart.
There hasn't been any such rescue operation for flamingos ever in South Africa, so this is really a trial and error situation. Fortunately, there's been assistance from international facilities. There's been fairly significant mortalities, about 32%, and this is not unexpected. Birds do die in these situations.
They picked up all those chicks, and we waited for the paperwork to follow. There was a lot of hoo-ha about it in the beginning because you need permits, but that's usually where animals die, when they have to wait. I overrid all of that, and due to that process, we have saved thousands of chicks.
It was an absolute wonder-working miracle that so many people came together, putting aside all their differences for focusing on saving a species such as the lesser flamingo, which is near threatened at this point.
To impact as little as possible on my main house here, we've given that whole area on that side for the operation to be completed. The professionals that I brought in is actually in control now.
We needed to put in place a biosecurity aspect. We needed to place in people that will take care of the food in the kitchen on a constant basis. We needed to make sure that there's coordinating facility people that will help with volunteers and making sure that there's enough volunteers every single time for feeding. So this house now became a hospital, if I may call it, because we've got a ICU section, then a post-ICU for those that have recovered, and we're just observing and seeing if they have any relapses, and then they shift to the nursery. Here on a daily basis for each feed we have a minimum of at least 12 to 15 people.
We feed them every 3 hours, 4 hours, so actually being in contact with the birds is a short part of the work. Mostly we spend our time cleaning up, changing water, changing feeding bowls, making sure all the little flamingo chicks are healthy and cared for.
Some of those birds that were really, really ill, we sent it to our veterinary hospital, Onderstepoort.
They are just learning to become flamingos, so they're playing in their water, they're playing in the food. We're trying to learn to them what they must do when they're adults, so they sift the water and they filter feed. They're outside in the moment because they need UV light to actually develop properly and not get leg deformities.
We don't really mind putting in whatever time that we do have in order to care for these animals. It's a pretty hefty job, but it's nothing more rewarding, because when you see these chicks getting healthier, it just makes it all worth it.
It's a little bounce, 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 flap, flap, flap their wings, and they run around like a crazy little hooligan, and then they just calm down. But it shows that they are in a happy, healthy state that we've felt proud of getting them to. And we're hoping that one day we can also see them fly. Now, each of these birds are going to be microchipped and transponded so that we can identify them individually if they are found in the wild, and they're going to be having a tag on their legs.